Alright guys, and on today's episode of The Other Room, we're talking about spirituality versus religion. I think spirituality is your actual connection to God, while religion is the general activities you do in order to claim you are connected to God. And I think in this country, we kind of mistake spirituality with religion, and we do the practices thinking we actually have a connection to God, and we don't. What do you guys think?
Or you use spirituality as a cop-out when you don't want to actually do the main practices that religion requires you to do. And just like, no, I'm not religious, I'm more spiritual. I talk to God in my own way.
So it can be inverse.
It just depends on the person, I guess. People usually just flip it and abuse it as they please, I think.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, spirituality is undefined, religion is defined. And spirituality is individualistic. Everybody has their own spiritual connections. Then you're talking about God. Who is God? In the Bible, it's we are made in God's image and likeness. So it's possible that we are all gods.
We are.
We are all gods. Exactly.
The Bible says for you and into God.
You're the God of your own
You're the
world.
God of your own world, exactly. Yeah. That's why spirituality is undefined.
But what of religion?
Religion is defined. He has a system. He has their laws, their practices. But I'm spiritual. I don't even know what I believe in. I don't believe in religion, but because of fear of what will happen to me if I don't, I have to believe in it, or I have to keep on practicing it. It's tough because of this fear, because of what I've been in. But if I don't believe in it, I'm going to suffer eternal punishment, which I feel is not the right way. I still try and be a good human being. I'm not perfect, but I go to church sometimes and I hear some things and I'm like, it doesn't resonate with me. So sometimes I don't believe in religion.
So is religion like a system to get to spirituality? Is it religion used to get to that?
I feel like they're directly related. Because if in order to be spiritual, like you love God, you have to believe that Jesus is the Son of God. You go to church every week, you pay your tithe. I don't know. No, I feel like religion is doing something religiously. Going to church every Sunday. Think about it. I'm doing this religiously. Exactly. I'm not saying that's my definition. I'm giving an example. They're inversely related. So if I'm spiritual, then there should be relation there. If I love God and I feel that connection, God is the Father, then every week I go to church, I do it religiously.
Because you can actually be spiritual and not go to church.
I agree. That's the context of Christianity. I'll just give you an example.
But I think there are more times when you're religious rather than spiritual. For instance, a lot of people will pay their tithes. They will go for Sunday service, go for Bible study the same day, go for workers meeting, go for Tuesday meeting, go for night vigil, go for prayer meeting. They go for all these activities on Monday. Somebody come and offer them a bribe. They were like, okay, increase it by 50%. So with all their religious activities, they're still not spiritual. They don't have any connection. So in this country, from your own experience, what have you noticed about spirituality and religion?
I don't get who are you to say that they're still not spiritual because they're asking for an increase in 50% word. That's their level of spirituality. The thing is, spirituality, like you said, is undefined. So it's whichever person's connection to God is their connection.
According to the laws of the book, if you're saying you're a Christian, you don't ask for bribe. If you're going according to the Bible and what it says, you don't ask for bribe. So spirituality is defined by how we obey God and how we obey the word of God. Then he's not spiritual.
I feel like Nigerians are very religious people. They're not very truthful or honest or straightforward people. Well, they're very religious. I mean, that counts for something.
You can be spiritual without believing in God.
I think he's not a good Christian. Yes, you can.
We're talking Christians. Everybody has said,
I think we use religion to guide our spirituality. So when we say that, okay, we want to worship God, what are the laws of God? That's the religious part
we use
have
it to
observe
manifest
to achieve that spirituality. So the laws of God are do not do blah blah blah. So when you do that thing, you've contravened the religion and you've cut short your spirituality.
See, this lion here can become God if you want it to become God.
Yeah.
If you were born and this lion, you pray to it every morning. This lion will grant your wish. That is spiritual, and I might not believe. Sorry about the lion.
Religious, but that's you being spiritual, believing in something.
We know the difference between spirituality and religion. Like he said, spirituality is defined. He said religion is defined, but spirituality is not. Okay, would you like to give us an insight?
I'm just saying.
Give us the difference.
We as Nigerians know the difference between religiosity and spirituality.
I know about the masses, but
in Nigeria, we sort of tend to conflate the two things.
Definitely.
So we assume that our virtues, our going to church, our giving our tithes, our first fruits, and all of these things are exhibitions of spirituality, but they're really not. They're just rituals. They're just things that we do. Anybody can do. spirituality is, if you want to go with people who are spiritual and not religious, it's more having a personal connection to a being, a deity, that's independent of any sort of ritual. So it's, I could be sleeping in my bed and just, hey God, please do this for me. You know, it's more a personal connection or an individual connection to a being than what we just
I want to put a spin on it. Don't you think that our daily activities affect our religious practices, which then affect our spirituality?
Of course.
Like when we do all the things that are expected of you as a Jew, knowing the Torah and everything, as a Muslim, knowing the whole Quran, praying 5 times a day as a Christian, observing the Sabbath and everything, don't you think that that sort of is null and void when you now do something that's bad? Like if you're a Muslim, you eat pork or do haram.
But that's the point of praying daily. The point is to ask for forgiveness daily. Every day is a new day. You sin and you ask for forgiveness, you do your confessions, blah blah blah. I'm not saying that it's right, you should keep sinning, but it doesn't, just because you sin doesn't mean it has affected your religiousness and your spirituality.
What if it's a cycle where you're always doing that thing, you're observing all these religious practices?
I don't know how God feels about that.
I don't even like religion, to be honest.
I can't understand
So
the
uniform.
concept of
Okay, you know what?
having to
like
pray
religion.
Okay, you know what? We're talking about theory. We're talking about theory.
We're talking
I want
about
to hear practical
theory.
examples. I think you were telling me a story earlier on.
Okay.
Can you please repeat it for us?
Oh, okay. So basically, I like to say I'm spiritual, not religious. Why? This is one of the reasons why. So basically, I went to church one day. A pastor was called, to basically preach that day. Anyways, he came and was saying, they came forward at some point and they were like, okay, there's this student minister would like to raise money for him. He wasn't able to write the exam last term. Please raise money. Like, I can say, if I'm just being like really generous, 10 people came out, just dropped like 1K or something, basically cash, Anyways, cool.
Because she was in the offering basket, so she knows. She was inside there just waiting.
Oh no, our offering basket is like, it's a very conservative, like old school church. Trust me, like you can literally see what's inside. Anyways, so the preacher came on to preach, basically talked about money as usual. And then he came up and said, the Lord just told me 33 people should give something, And he said 1 million naira, we're going to start with 1 million. He said so amount to give 1 million naira. And he came, and actually like 10, 15 people came out to give 1 million naira. Wow. When about 10 people came to give like 2K.
What they had.
To the person who was supposed to be like, he didn't write his exam the term before. He doesn't know how he's going to go back to school. And actually one of the guys and he actually came out because the pastor eventually said like, 500K, 200K up until like he got to 1,000. I still sat on my seats because I was just like, I'm not doing this. But basically my point is people came out. And then these people couldn't come out to donate 150,000 naira for this guy to go to school. No, they came out to give. The guy said, bring 1 million naira, God is going to bless you in the next blah, 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 and they gave their 1 million. Because I agree with the fact that I feel like many Nigerians, in fact, almost everyone is religious and not spiritual, like the example I gave on there, that happened to me. And I feel like religion is based off of many values, especially like Christianity in that context. It's based on love, in my opinion, and basically what I've read in the Bible. So seeing that happen kind of questioned my beliefs, but yeah, that's basically it. It felt blessing.
Yeah,
I get for blessing.
But when it was time to help
When it was
somebody
time to, that is completely against like what is even in the Bible.
They were being
That's against your
They were being
spirituality.
selfish.
If also she didn't
So
use
their
it,
religion
bring 1
is
million
getting in
naira
the way
for
of their
blessing.
spirituality.
I feel like
And I see this everywhere. I've gone to like so many different churches.
They do it all.
do it.
That's it. I'm saying it's not right. I know it's happening, but I'm like, is that even?
we are aware that the church has been commercialized. Religion is being used to subjugate the masses. We know that. It's like people who have nothing, they tell them, there's a God that is bigger than you. Here is nothing. Up there, you go there and there will be heaven. Exactly. So it's being used to kind of imprison them. For some of them, it's their escape. So they'll do anything the pastor tells them. Unfortunately, have some people real life things that go on in their life. Like, let's call pastor. They're doing prayer and fasting. So it's a good thing. We know that religion is being used to subjugate the masses, and it's a a real issue, and it
But
starts
it's
to want.
just one-
There's a
Because God knows, like, we pray less in London and
No,
America.
her point.
Is your point that religion has been commercialized in Nigeria, but there's things going on behind the scenes? So the pastors that are praying and fasting for the members.
No, I'm basically saying that
What's your
religion
point?
is being used to subjugate the masses, and that even though real life things are going on, people are using religion as a form of escapism. They're praying, they're fasting to like real life
Exactly.
problems that can be
Okay.
solved. And I was also saying that in London and America, people pray less because there's less systematic problems, educational problems. So they don't turn to God because guess what? It's in black and white, and things can be solved. That's all I'm saying. I do believe in God. I feel like how else can we explain like the mountains and the seas? And that's what I've been brought up with. I don't know that if I was brought up in a different background or in a different like family, I would believe in God. But right now, based on my upbringing, my experiences, I do believe in God. I feel like Christianity, it's a beautiful religion, you know, but I also feel like it's been used to like subjugate the masses. Like people are looking to church and God because things are so bad here. So I feel like Christianity is good, but when it's like practiced properly and it's being commercialized lately, so I feel like that's a bad thing. Because people want to look to God, and if God is trying to make like money out of them, then that sucks. That's how I feel.
What she's saying is just
I
messing.
think people have been blackmailed because of the situations they find themselves in this third world country. Whatever they say, they take hook, line, sinker.
They're not being
And-
blackmailed,
and
they're going in there
no,
willingly.
they're being
Yes,
brainwashed.
they're
Brainwashed.
being brainwashed, and churches are taking advantage of this.
Definitely.
I've heard of churches and services where
Religion is the
I've been in the service
That's the
where
problem.
one major man of God came forward. The Lord is going to give you a 24-hour miracle. You know those razzmatazz, talking about Paul that walked on water, blah blah. Or Peter was talking about the person, and he was like, "Oh, he's going to do a miracle." Like, hold on. And the man said, "Is there anybody called Debo here?" He said, "Debo, come forward."
There has to be.
Some guy, obviously.
Can I get a John, a Mary?
1,000 people. Debo came out and he stood like
Super
this.
actors.
I don't know whether he had
Those super
arranged
those super
Debo.
actors.
He just looked from the side and looked like this, and Debo flew to the back. I don't know whether he had some ropes or something. I don't know what. And then he said, "The Lord is going to do a 24-hour miracle. I'm coming from France."
I'm starting a wire. This account of the Holy Ghost.
He said he asked for 10 people to donate 7,500 euros each. They donated it, and God brought 75,000 euros into their life within 24 hours. We Nigerians.
MMM.
We Nigerians now, we're already excited.
Exactly.
So what happened next? He said, "Okay, the Lord has spoken to me today. There are 75 people that will each give me 5,000 pounds to me and my ministry.
5,000 pounds.
5,000 pounds each person 5,000 pounds.
He wasn't thinking in Naira, guys. He was
Naira came. We're in the UK.
pounds. Sterling.
We're in the UK.
And since they are non-profit, they don't need to do their books and all this stuff.
Exactly.
He now came and said, okay, he wants 75 people with 5,000 pounds, and these people came back.
Just POS in the
Oh,
church.
yes.
Is that
Oh,
what-
yeah. That's
Of
what
course,
it's in
yeah.
England.
Just
Like,
POS.
I was like,
Cashless.
oh, okay.
He used credit card.
For
to
offering,
pay
you use your card.
5,000 pounds to a pastor that is not his pastor.
Church-
He didn't get no 24 hours.
Oh, he
Instead,
didn't.
the pastor bought a private
You don't
jet.
mean it.
You don't, but Sam, don't you understand? That private was the miracle. It was a miracle for the
It's a
church.
miracle for the pastor.
Yes, God sent the private jet down.
God is going to do a miracle today.
No, but it's becoming a daily thing
Makes
now.
sense.
Different pastors, $1,000 to my left, $1,000 to my right, and both in the middle. God forgive me. You know, that's one of our pastors, but that's what they do. They're living in £6 million houses. They're driving Bentleys, Ferraris,
Exactly.
Bugattis. Their kids are driving G-Wagons in England, not even in Nigeria.
But this
You have to understand that a lot of people in Nigeria don't even believe in God. And what if
So why they
a lot of people don't believe in God?
So why they
A lot of people don't believe, but they're in church. I might be in church just to save face. I might be worshiping something in my room.
either way, guess what? And you give example of the lion.
But
Either
either way,
way,
you have to go to church to save face.
and not only
Because
that,
people really
even
respect
if
you.
you're watching,
I might be a politician, I'll go to church so you vote for me. That's not religion.
and not only that, even if you
Because
were,
if you were outside the country and you're an atheist, you will not pretend to be religious.
Yeah.
You will come out with it and
And
In
even-
Nigeria, you have to pretend.
of course, that's why I say it's important in Nigeria.
Okay.
and even if you're worshiping in this land, guess what? You come back, whether it's every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, but it's a religious practice, doing something over and over again.
You're still
Even if
believing in
it's-
something.
You're believing in something, and I feel like it's a no-brainer. Religion and spirituality are definitely, because they're intertwined, they are one,
Yeah.
and it's up to us. Just some people have more than
In
of each
Nigeria.
and others.
Spirituality. But in Nigeria, let's reduce that religion. It's becoming too much.
Oh,
We're becoming too fake. We're going to all these things to try and cover up. Let's actually be true to ourselves. connect to God, move closer to God.
What tell them?
Speak to him.
Spirituality.
I feel like
Let's
we haven't
be
even
more
gone
spiritual.
deeper
That's what I'm
into
trying to
this
say
topic.
today.
Like what she was saying about depending on the kind of country you live in and the circumstances. So if you live in a country where welfare is not available to those who need it, you're more likely to turn to God.
True.
And
Like
turn
here.
to, I mean, who else will you turn to?
So is that
So when
religion?
you remove that,
Religion.
sorry,
Is that religion?
I'm saying it answers
that
the
point.
question of why so many people are still beholden to a god or to
In this
particular way of
country.
of praying. You know,
Because man has
Like America or England, where things are better, people don't really play. You go to the welfare office, employment office, things work out. But think about like, don't judge me, guys. Who's the guy that got that thing from water? The water from the stone? Who was it?
John the
Abraham.
Baptist.
It was Moses.
Okay,
But you
Moses.
guys know that water comes from stone, yeah? Doesn't it already? If I went deep enough into the ground or like a rock or the spring, wouldn't water come out?
No, but it was
Depending
still
on
But back then it was like
But
no.
it's still like this.
story.
You know exactly what I'm
You
saying.
think it's
Like, yeah.
Jonah spent 3 days in the belly.
It's not
Yeah.
a fish. There might have been an oxygen pocket.
Okay.
Inside the fish.
Yes.
So his submarine went back in time. And that's the fish.
They are involved with
You
something.
know the thing about religion and spirituality and all of this and all that. As time progresses, there's like you said, there's less need for all of these religious explanations because science or we can explain these
Things now.
Yeah.
Guys, this is on the tangent, but I just want to actually ask this question. So you don't think like Moses took the rod, hit the floor, and the sea parted?
Probably
I think there might have been a little bit of digging on his part.
So you
But
think this is
But then the guy who was taking me was just like, let me just say that.
What if they dug a tunnel? Plus, why we are afraid? See, Buddha says you can ask questions. We are humans. You should ask questions because you ask questions in your head already. So ask them
The Bible
out.
tells
Yeah,
us
they
to
say
look
it's
to God
blasphemy.
for those questions. The Bible tells
Look
us
to God where? God is inside
In the
here.
word. He says
The
you can't
word has
even
been
the word,
manipulated
the word
by
is meant to
people.
go into our heart.
The word
I
1,000 years ago is
I
not the same
agree.
word today.
I agree.
The word 2,000
Yeah,
years
yeah, New
ago.
Testament, Old Testament.
I can create my own version of the word.
Yes.
Why can God don't
A lot of
change?
people
So
are
achieve
doing that.
more power.
To achieve power, Constantine actually came and they had a conference to put Christmas on a day of their sun god. Do you understand? The Dead Sea Scrolls were found and you think they are not true. They are true. They were carbon dated and they are true, but they'll come now because you have this word. But if you grow up with another
This
word, you
guy
say
is
that is
kneeling
the
down.
word.
She's getting deep. He's kneeling down, guys.
I'm not kneeling down. Just that I feel religion has done more harm than good. See, I'm not. The only reason I go to church now is because I'm scared of going to hell.
I agree with that.
Me too.
I agree
I'm
with
a good
that.
person. And there are some things I don't do. Sometimes I don't give a shit about people because I have a lot of shit I'm worrying about. Sorry for using that language.
It's called the Pascal
Exactly,
theory.
it's
Have you heard
normal.
of Pascal
Even when I
theory?
have, I'm like, I might have shit I'm worrying about tomorrow
Yeah.
or next week. That's normal. But I'm going to church now because I'm afraid.
Instead of asking questions, just
I don't want to die. I don't want to
Your religion is what you
Which God you
believe
believe
in.
in, though. It
See,
depends on which God you
Yeah, so you
believe
could
in.
It's because I was born a Christian.
Christian God does not see all of that.
I'm not kneeling down. I'm
going
kneeling
to
down.
church.
So this is
The Christian God does not see all of that going to church as anything. The Muslim God, though, sees the ritual, the praying 5 times a day, and that's.
So it actually contributes to the
So you're saying they are different gods now?
I'm not saying they're different.
But
gods.
they act like they're different
People
gods.
believe that they're
Well,
different
and
gods.
Even in Christianity, they
Yeah.
still Pentecostal, Anglican, this person, that person. Why?
If you're Hindu, when you die, you might come an elephant or a rabbit. Everybody has their exactly or a plant.
Like, I'm fine that you have 5 gods and you have 2 gods.
I only have one.
I have one God, I
See,
beg.
my point is with all these diverse
Absolutely.
expressions of trying to serve God, we all find our spirituality at the end of the day, we find our level, we find our balance, and I guess our conscience is what lets us know how close we are to achieving that spirituality levels or not. It's the individual and his personal rules. It's not down to some set rules, but the rules he sets to himself. I think that we are more religious than spiritual in Nigeria. And I think that our religion is what makes us want to go to church every Sunday, go to church on Tuesday for Bible study, on Thursday for prayer meeting, on Saturday for another prayer meeting and rehearsal, and on Sunday again. It makes us want to do all those things. But spirituality is our actual connection to God. And that's where we actually have that relationship with God, that we're talking to Him and all that. But if we're just religious, it's just going to the roof, it's not going past. It doesn't work, it's pointless.
So the rules a person sets for themselves.
Yes.
So if I say killing is, I'm not going to do
You know what?
that particular.
Which is true in some religions. To reach God, bring 5 heads.
What do you think about
How can you tell that person is bad? But his God told him that it's good. So he'll go and get 5 heads and bring it to his church.
Heads of human being.
Yes, God might reveal to me when I'm stoned. kill 3 people, bring 3 people's head now to my altar. And it's God that told me. Who told you that it's not God that told me? I'll write a book and I'll name myself Moses.